Hey everybody, this is Mike, drinking again. Let me dedicate this wonderful rum and coke to my good friend Sir Ian of Wales, who is probably doing the same thing right now. So I am back to once again talk about the Criterion 50% off sale at Barnes& Noble. I did a video about a week or so ago where I think I went on the very first day that it opened and I picked up several items, showed them to you, and I've been back, I think, 4 or 5 times since. And I didn't always pick up Criterions, but I would always go on to the area where the shelves are and I would sort of gaze at everything and drool a lot. But I did pick up things at different times, and today I actually went back and I bought 7 items, 7 titles, and this is it. I'm done. He said, I think I'm done. We all think we're done, don't we? But we keep going back. Oh, wow. So anyway, this is Criterion Apocalypse. Because if I keep buying Criterions, I'm going to be in financial apocalypse, so I need to stop. Anyway, I'm wearing one of my old work shirts. This is my name right here. I haven't worked for 6 years and I still wear these clothes. I have no idea what that's all about. So let me show you what I bought during my other trips, second and third, fourth trips to Criterion. I went back the first time and I picked up 3 titles. Now, in my first video, I showed you a Douglas Sirk film called All That Heaven Allows, starring Rock Hudson and Jane Wyman. And I ended up watching it a few days after I bought it and absolutely loved it. So I went back the second time and I picked up another Douglas Sirk film with the same cast, also with Agnes Moorehead. She has a supporting role in both films. The Magnificent Obsession, which I had never seen before. I was expecting it to be pretty much along the same lines as All That Heaven Allows, but it really isn't. It's an incredible film, very, very different, even more dramatic than the first one, if that's possible, and thoroughly enjoyed it. So I watched this right away, and very happy that I have it. Okay, it also has a version. I guess there was an older version of this film from the 1930s, which I never heard of, and I haven't watched that yet, but I will get around to watching that. I also picked up this film, History is Made at Night, from the mid 1930s, something like that. Directed by Frank Borzage, who is a director that I'm beginning to learn more and more about. My good friend Roger Kirby talked about this film and just raved about it, and I decided to pick it up. And you know something? This is absolutely one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. This is an incredible film. Charles Boyer, Jean Arthur, Colin Clive. Oh wow! I mean, it has everything. It has great drama, great performances, and even comedy. Leo Carrillo is in it. He's the comedy relief. He's wonderful. Great chemistry between Jean Arthur and Charles Boyer, and Colin Clive, whom I really haven't seen in that many films other than the Frankenstein films. He was fantastic. I think this is one of the last films he made before he passed away. He died rather young, and I need to find out more about that. But I highly recommend it. History is Made at Night. The other film that I picked up is actually a trilogy, and these are films that I haven't watched yet. I didn't know anything about these, but it's the Road trilogy by Wim Wenders, and I picked these up because I'm becoming more interested in Wenders after I fell in love with Paris, Texas about a year or so ago. Had seen it when it first came out, hated it, bought it years later as a Criterion, and completely changed my feelings about it. Loved it. And because of that, I went out and bought another Wenders film called The American Friend, starring Dennis Hopper. So this, I don't know what this is going to be about, but on the Paris, Texas um, extra features, they show a few excerpts from some of these road films. The one is called Alice in the Cities. The next is Wrong Move, and the last one is Kings of the Road. And like I said, I don't know what to expect from these, but anyway, I'm looking forward to it. So anyway, I went back to Barnes and Noble a few days later, and I decided to pick up Bringing Up Baby, Katharine Hepburn and Cary Grant. I have never seen this movie. Everybody's raving about this now because it just came out on Criterion. I guess it hasn't been available for a while. I really don't know. And I'm not sure why I never got around to seeing this. But I'm very curious to see what everybody's talking about. So, Bringing Up Baby. Now, so I went back today and went a little bit crazy. And I swear, I swear I am not going back until November when they have the next sale. So I picked up, as I said, 7 titles. The only one of these that I've seen before, and also actually I have another copy of sitting on the shelves, is The Manchurian Candidate, John Frankenheimer. Fantastic movie. We have Lawrence Harvey, Frank Sinatra, Janet Leigh, um, Angela Lansbury. Just a fantastic movie. Um, so it's not exactly pleasant to watch. It's a very unpleasant film to watch, but one of the things that really attracted me to this, it has an interview with Angela Lansbury, and I've always kind of wondered what she would have to say about the evil mother she plays in this film, the evil mother of all time. Okay, so Manchurian Candidate. I also picked up a film that I've been hearing about for years, never saw it, Picnic at Hanging Rock. All right, directed by Peter Weir. Haven't seen, I think I've only seen one or two of Peter Weir's films, but I guess this is super weird, and I'm finally going to see what it's all about. So, Picnic and Hanging Rock. I found a copy of this. The films at my Barnes and Noble are all supposed to be in alphabetical order, but they're all messed up because people have been picking and moving back and all sorts of things, and you find things totally out of context. I found one copy of this Russian film, Come and See, which I have thought about buying so many times, and I've always passed it up because I remember hearing a video by my friend Solitary Ronin Films, who talked about this film extensively and just raved about it. And I had never heard of it. And he was talking about how visceral it is and how difficult it is to watch some of this because it shows the horrifying reality of war. And so I was kind of reluctant, but very curious, and I finally decided to pick it up. So Come and See. How many of you have watched this? I know it's getting a lot of attention now. So next I picked up this movie, Passion of Joan of Arc, another one I haven't seen. I've heard so many incredible things about this, and so no, I guess silent film. I guess it's silent. Yeah, it is. 1928, starring a woman named Falconetti, who I believe only made one film, right? Anyway, so looking forward to it. Here is a pre-code Ernst Lubitsch film called Design for Living, starring Frederick March, Miriam Hopkins, and Gary Cooper. And I love all three of these actors. Miriam Hopkins in the early 1930s was really fantastic, at the top of her game. And Ernst Lubitsch is the director, so I've seen a few films of his from the same era, including one with Miriam Hopkins, so I'm very interested in seeing this. All right. I also picked up another one that many people are talking about now. This is Gregory Peck in the Gunfire. This is on a DVD. These other that I've shown you so far were all Blu-rays. This is a DVD. I may have seen this way back in the day. I don't know. It's 1950. And it's supposed to be a very dark story about the Old West. And I figured, why not, okay? And finally, another DVD. This is another Wim Wenders film, Wings of Desire, which I have heard many things about. I know it's in part black and white, part color. And I'm very intrigued by the story, by the synopsis here. So, and it's a 2-disc set, lots of extra features. So anyway, that is my Criterion Apocalypse. And like I said, I'm done until November. You believe that, don't you?